Hey guys, Kev here. And I have an unboxing to do for you. So this, I believe, is my Field Duty 3.5 that we've waited 15 months for. And I'm going to start right off with saying I've been getting reports from a lot of people that the detent on these is extremely light. And I have prepared myself for that. I talked to Liong, actually. I messaged him. I said, hey, man, I got people telling me the detent's light. Because here's the thing. Everybody, this is what happens, right? I can firsthand tell you about this because I'm the detent diva. So then you have a knife come out and, you know, that knife doesn't have the perfect detent. You're going to hear about it. You know what I mean? It's going to be an issue. And that's kind of what happened to me with the growler drop. Some people thought it was too light and, you know, it was a whole thing. Well, Liong has a track record of having one of the best detents ever made on a knife with the full-size Field Duty, the first Field Duty. So, just natural that people are going to expect that. So, let's just get into it without further ado. The unboxing knife is the TI or Thai razor or utility knife, Thai utility knife from Big Idea Designs. And yeah, the more I handle this thing, the more I really like it. I just had to tune that detent slightly. It was just really light for me. But now it's actually like comfortable to flick. Feels great. I like doing the sort of index pull back flipper thing. So there we go. Now, I also have another one of these coming because Josh Worth ordered one. And he lives in Australia, and I proxy for him. So this says number or something on it. Here's the packaging. And yeah, unfortunately, I've gotten a lot of feedback on this already. So it's just like I kind of am expecting certain things. So here's a cool patch modeled after the model you got. That's pretty sick. He got those made during because there was a lot of delays. Looks like an interesting cloth. Matching, maybe. You get a titanium COA. So Field Duty S90V. I always forget it's S90. I got the crosscut Arctic with hand satin. I would have loved to have seen, I would have loved to have seen belt satin with this finish, but yeah. 12/22. These were originally pre-ordered in October of 21. And we are now in January of 23. So serial number 33 of 175. Leon Ma card, if you have any questions or anything. Then we have the knife. So first, I want to say my initial concerns with the design were the width. I was a little worried it was going to be super thick. And then the detent because of the top flipper. I was hoping they didn't prioritize the top flipper. And yeah, right off the bat, the Field Duty always had such a crisp break, like a click when you opened it. And this is, yeah. So yeah, I was curious how that would be. I was curious how the lock bar access would be, because that's always something I contend a little bit with Liong, because he doesn't cut scales back. So here there's no chamfers and no cutback. It looks like just a little chamfer on the lock bar there. Whoa. Okay, the action is really good on it. Centering has the little notch, is dead nuts, so that's good. This cross cut is interesting. It's not as crazy as I expected. It kind of, I don't know what it is. But it does just kind of look like Arctic fat carbon. I thought it was going to look like this. I thought it was going to be end cut. It's called cross cut, so it's something different than I thought. Now, I find the clip interesting. It's reversible, but he did a lefty model, so I'm not sure, exactly why it's a reversible clip, but maybe he designed it before he decided to do lefty. You do see his kind of not patented, but something he does, the ceramic ball. It's actually in the clip. That's interesting. Then you have, let me take my ring off. You have titanium bolsters, right? But no frame lock or bolster lock because it's a liner lock. Oh, yeah. If I shoot it out, sure, it'll fire, but that, oh, man. So what he was telling me was that with this flipper tab, he couldn't go any stronger because you would have too strong a detent for the front flipper. So I don't know. I feel like it's just like a wheel. Interesting. Let me measure the thickness. Wow. Okay. 6.6 on the thickness. So I thought he went with the steel. This is a steel liner lock. It's not titanium. I thought he went with the steel because it would keep it thin, but you know, you're still at 0.6. So I feel like you could have snuck a titanium liner with a lock bar insert in here. You can see how it's bouncing off the frame because the detent is light. Yeah. Transitions are pretty good. I can catch this one right here. This one's clean. That one's clean. So it's just this part right here. It's not flush. Centering looks good. Man, if this feels, this hole, dude, look at this hole. It's so sexy and huge, and it would just be so good for a nice, strong reverse flick, man. It works. It does work. Like, if you give it really any gas, it does work. So I gotta give it that, right? Like, it's just not my preference, right? It's not my preference. I want to be able to build up pressure and fire it out. Like, I want to be able to do this. And really just, you know, build that up and then have it pop. If I try to do that on this, it just leaks out. Trying to build up, you know, and you can obviously easily do this stuff. Man, and it's such an amazing looking hole for this too. Let's take a look at it open. Look at that. Man. Ergo, I mean, it's chunky though. It's for sure chunky. I wonder how this feels in the pocket. Comfortable choil. Ergos are good up here. You got that nice hand satin blade. Sure, it's sharp. Is it a hollow? I think it's a flat grind. It's a flat grind? I don't know why I expected a hollow. I think it's a flat. Let's just check. Try to be careful, though. Yeah, it's flat. I mean, the action is gnarly. Little bit of play. So, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I could care less about the top flipper. Honestly, it works. But what if? I just don't know if I can get enough pressure on it for it to help. It doesn't look like the detent ball is engaging all the way either. If I zoom in on it. See if you can see that angle. Can you see the detent ball through there? I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the tip of the detent ball kind of sticking up. And I can't put pressure down to like get it to pop in for me. So let's take it apart. Let's see what's going on the inside here. T8. T8. Okay. Did we get blasted with Loctite or what? I didn't know the screws would be blue. Steel hardware, it feels like. Okay. That does not want to loosen. So I don't know if it's super duper Loctited or what. I mean, I feel like I could almost get used to it. I don't know. I mean, even just a little bit of, oops. Like even just a little bit more pressure, but I'm wondering, I don't know, it's a little bigger than I expected for some reason. Here's a comparison to, say, here's the Evo 2.0. Why can't I, there we go. The detents stout, wasn't counting on that. All right, so it's about the same size as an Evo 2.0. So it's not that big, but that's 3.5 inches. I mean, I guess that's what you expect. But definitely thicker. Definitely thicker. I don't love the lock bar access, but it actually does work. It's not really an issue. I just like having more. If it was stiffer, though, it would suck. But it's not. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should hit it. Try this. Come on. If we torch it, maybe. There we go. I don't know if I discolored it a little bit. Hopefully I can just wipe that off, but get some alcohol. That's fine. Yeah. Cool. All right, so then probably need to take the clip off. Hopefully we can just, Jesus, seriously? I don't need that with a anodized screw. I can't do that. Okay, cool. Let me just grab a backup driver. Okay. There's the ball. See how this is all mounted in. And yeah, this is actually a righty version. I didn't know there was lefties at first. So I ordered a righty and then, is this glued? Oh, there we go. Ow, fuck. That's really sharp, but it doesn't matter. That's how it seats in. Man, this is crazy looking. Look at this. This is gnarly. T6 is here, so now we need another driver. This we shouldn't need anymore, so let's put that away. All right, T6. So let me put that back. Where's the other T6? Had another one somewhere. Whoops. Look at that tooling. Holy shit. Jesus. Whoa. What's going on with that? All right, so we got that off. Now what? Does it just come apart? Hopefully. I just don't know if there's more underneath I'm supposed to unscrew. Don't see any more screws, but I don't know if I need to come at it from the other side somehow. Doesn't look like it. No, it's coming off. So let me grab the pry. Somehow I'm missing one of my pry bars. But this should be enough. Oh no, there it is. All right, so hold on. Let me grab it. Oh no, this isn't it. I don't know, I lost a big old pry bar somewhere. I can't get any fucking leverage on that. There we go. All right, we are in, folks. So here's our lock bar. Yeah, man, then it's mounted. Look at that. So then you have this guy mounting it onto the bolster. This is a unique design. Look at this. No wonder this took so long. I mean, there's a lot of engineering. And this is a super thin lock bar. I mean, look at that. So, honestly, I don't know if the detent thing is because of the top flipper or just because it's such a thin lock bar. I don't know how much pressure you could get on this. Right? I mean, look at how much we have there. That's a pretty good margin. And then, just see if I can get it out a little bit. Gotta keep in mind, this is like a $500 knife. I can feel it almost wanting to like snap in half. So, I'm gonna call it quits right there. I didn't do much, but we'll see. Here's your stop pin, all that good stuff. Don't know if I even want to take it apart. The action was smooth and all that stuff already, so no point. I just want to check this detent hole. Is it pass-through? It's not. Interesting. They didn't do a pass-through detent hole? Well, maybe they did. I just can't see through it. It's deep. That's good. I need it to engage better. I think if I could get it to engage better, it would have a snappier break. I mean, that detent ball is almost non-existent. Look at that. Barely comes out of there. And this is steel? No, this is titanium. What is going on? So he said the liner was steel. Why is there titanium with an in? So it is titanium. I mean, I asked him a few times. He said it was a steel liner because they couldn't do titanium. I don't know what to think. Oh, wait, I got to put the bolster back on, right? Yeah, that goes on from the inside. Right. Oh, shit. Stop pin. Phil. All right. This is a knife I would say I would love to see it come with extra hardware. I heard it, so I know it's like right here. Oh, there it is. Get yourself one of these, guys. Linked in the description of every video. Super handy. All right, so we take our bolster. Do you want to see under here? Just feel like we might as well take it down to the... Now, you know what? I could probably put multi-rows in, so let's try that too. So we'll do the business here. We haven't gotten enough action, I think, to need to flip the washers, but I can do it. Okay. Oh, and this locks in a specific way. Man, this is a really cool design. And then this one, pop out, flip over. All right. I think these will fit the big old multi-rows too. These are the 16 ball. They might fit the Evo ones. Let's find out. Maybe not. Try it real quick. Look at that chunk, though. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of fat carbon right there. Nope. So, doesn't fit the Evo bearing, so it's going to fit the GOM/Jaeger bearings. So you can get multi-rows in here. Boom. Look at that. Sick. All right. Let's get to getting. I think in the end, though, we're still going to end up with the same situation, detent-wise. So I'm going to end up taking this apart, get my bearings back out if I happen to sell it. Man, the tooling on these is insane. Just want to check these are tight. Now it's tight. All right. Where's that other bearing here? Look at that piece of carbon fiber all trimmed out to fit. I mean, that's crazy. It's all trimmed out to fit the liner in. Like, I just want people to appreciate what goes into this. I totally understand where he's coming from with the price. People are going to say it costs too much, and that's fair, but like, it just costs too much. It's not that it's overpriced, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like, it's just an expensive product. It doesn't mean it's overpriced, is what I'm saying. I need to be careful because we do have a titanium lock bar. Seems like, from everything I can gauge, it's titanium. So what that means is I can get oil on it and cause stick, and I don't want to do that. I know I'm being weird, but all right. Now we mount this guy back on here. So this goes over this like that. And then this screw mounts in there. Jesus Christ. It's just like, it's a weird screw. It's fine. It's just a weird way it works. I don't know how to explain that better. All right, stop pin needs to be secured. Everything else can go down. I can put this in for now. Okay, this one goes where? That's pretty big, and it looks like that's what it is for. Or not? I don't know. I don't know if I bought myself anything there. Man, you gotta really jam the tool in. But once you do, it locks in. Oh, sorry. Once you do, it really locks in there. All right. So now we pop this guy back on. Maybe we can clean that gap up. No, still not perfect. That's a little disappointing considering the price and all that good stuff, but not the end of the world. I think he did the screws like this to match, so it would kind of match better. Centering is a little off, so let me see. Tighten it down. There we go. Well, yeah, it's close. Ooh. Now let's see this part. Oh. It's better, for sure. Definitely bought myself something. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a break to it now. Skiffs are money in there. It's kind of a knife you just throw out, like, you know, I don't know how to explain that better. Just throw it out, baby. I mean, it's good for sure. It's just different, you know. All right, let's do this. Let me swap this with this just to see. Do you want to get in there, buddy? Thank you. There, I could tighten it more. Centering. No play. Man, it's just a guillotine no matter how you look at it. The ergos are interesting. Like, it doesn't line up to be like the best flicker. I can almost get like 2 full fingers in there. It's crazy. If I go to the bottom of the hole, yeah, nothing. Top of the hole, pretty good. It's really comfortable without a clip. Interesting. I think it's good. I mean, I don't know. All right, I guess I'm going to glue the sucker. So let me just make sure it all tightens back down properly. This guy wants to rotate a little bit there. She is, man, is it ever so slightly off? Here we go with that bullshit. It looks like it's over to this side a little bit. No, it's centered. All right, let's just do it. I'll just get more bearings, obviously. Even if I were to like sell it or something, I would just be able to. It's not worth taking apart all that again to get bearings out, especially on a basically $500 knife. So we just take a little bit of glue, get it into the threads, and then we get some onto the threads here and here, and then we pop her up, and we tighten her down. I'll push this way a little bit. Might have been too much. Yeah. Slightly. It's almost got like a spear point. Is it a spear point, I guess? I don't know, for some reason I always pictured it as a drop point, but it's kind of a spear now. It's very thin, gotta say that. Lock up, good. All that stuff's good. Still have good lock bar tension. Can I get the double bounce now? No, sucks it in. Woo! I don't know. Might have got her dialed. If I yeah. If I ride it, I can do that, and it just pops out. But if I kind of give it a good old flicky, she flies. Centering is dead on. Look at that tip is perfectly centered down the line. I will say it looks a little over to this side, like here. That's the grind. The tip is perfectly centered. That's kind of how they do it. They make sure the tip is good. Well, I guess you could put it right there, and then it would be better. But it's such a close margin. Yeah, I just don't love that. I'm going to try the clip on the left side. He did do lefty versions of this. So I don't know why the clip is reversible. But as you can see, when you put it in the reverse position, it's off to this angle. This is how the field duty was, and I had to bend it. Because you'll see it's like sitting right there on this side. Let's see where it sits on this side. I don't know. Kind of the same angle. Is that how it's supposed to be? Let's find out. Let's flip it over and see. And that's just how it sits, I guess. Try the clip. Clip's good. I like the clip. Let's see how it flicks lefty with the clip. Feels good in the hand. I don't know. I think it might be good. I don't see any real... I mean, yeah, it's still a little lighter than I'd want, but I can flick it pretty damn good. Yeah, it doesn't have resistance. That's what you want on a detent is resistance. Like, you want it to break and fire, and I get that. And that's what people are upset about. But honestly, now I obviously added some pressure. But that was easy. I mean, I'm not saying everybody should do it, but yeah, she's pimping now. Look at that. Now she's dead center, too. No play at all. Rock, no rock at all. All right, Liong, I see you, bro. So here's what I would say. I get everybody's, hey, wait. Oh, it was this side. Yeah, it's still a little bit. I get everybody's kind of, frustration or whatever, but give it a chance. Maybe it just needs a break-in limit. Let me check that detent ball engagement. Yeah. See, now she's dropping in. I can't see the ball at all. I think that is what I kind of accomplished. Don't even think the tension all that much matters. It's just you get a little bit of a better break. But what I would say to Liong is, I think you can dial up this detent. I don't think there's a problem hitting a stronger detent on this. Because the whole point of this front flipper is not to do this. It's to come up top and Bic lighter it over. Kind of like on our knife, the Buzz. Let me grab that to show you. Not that one. So here's the Buzz, right? You got a similar profile with this flipper tab. Right? Almost identical, honestly. By coincidence. I didn't even know this had a front flipper until way later. But on this, the way we did it was you want to be up here and then you pop it around, right? You kind of use it like a Bic lighter. And because of that, the detent can be stronger. Now, it's going to be harder to do the reach around with a stronger detent. This one actually is a little bit lighter. I don't love that. It's not that light, but you should be able to build up some resistance, right, and fire. So we had a couple prototypes that were like this, more like this, because they were trying to do the same thing. They were trying to prioritize the top flipper. But what we want is we want you to prioritize the hole, and then the top flipper is secondary. As long as you can get on top and pop it like this, we're going to be happy. Now, some people are going to get it and be like, oh, it's too strong, you know, and, you know, you have to play that game. But here they decided to do the opposite, which, again, some people are probably going to prefer that. And that's, you know, that's why you do what you think is best. But I got to say, this is feeling pretty damn good, honestly. So, yeah. Somebody else mentioned to me that you can see the detent track coming out, and then you can see the detent hole at some point. That's very normal for a knife. So I don't think that's a problem. Let me put this stuff away, and then we can wrap this up. I apologize for all the ramblings and whatnot. I don't know. I always find it interesting. I'm usually the one who's worried about stuff and up in arms about stuff, so it was kind of interesting to have other people. There's that T6. I knew I mixed it up with something. That's what happened. There we go. Flop you around. Boom. There we go. I'm usually the one who's worried about this kind of stuff, so I thought it was interesting that I had people messaging me about it, that they thought something was wrong, you know? So I was really curious how this one came out, and I think a lot of the criticisms are, I don't know, maybe a little bit too far, but then again, I would love to see this in a model that is slightly thinner, right? Because this size is, I think this size is good. You could even go a little smaller, but he already has one like that. Slightly thinner, and then maybe no front flipper, so you can prioritize this amazing hole. I mean, this thing is just asking to be reverse flicked. So, feels good. I don't know. You guys tell me your thoughts on it. What do you think about it? Because I'm actually pretty happy with it. After, you know, doing a little bit of tune in there, I'm happy with it. So, 15 months, guys. That's how long it took to get this knife, and that's unfortunate for Leon, you know. He never wanted it to take this long, trust me. He didn't want delays, and he didn't want to take people's money and hold on to it for that long. From talking to him, he really was not happy about that. And so that, I think it's unwarranted to give him shit for that. I get it, though. It's his business, so. But, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I think the clip could have been angled a little bit like this, but maybe he did it so it could be reversed. I don't know. This carbon fiber is gorgeous. Hand satin's really nice. I'll be curious to see the belt satin that Josh got. But, yeah. I don't know. I love you guys. Let me know what you think. Liong, I think you done good here, man. Sorry that, you know, I had to stress the detent a lot there. That's just, it's my thing, you know, and I gotta live by the sword and die by the sword. So, kind of how it goes. Is that glue on there or a scratch? Because that would suck. I don't know when I would have scratched that. I'll clean that up. But, I mean, the action is sick on the clothes. Yeah. All right. Reach around. So you can't do a reach around for some reason. But you can easily do that. I don't know. It's interesting. But I couldn't do it before either. I don't know why. It's already got my skin all up in it. All right, that's it. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.